Hey folks, I'm history buff and comic book nerd Dan Umpton. Welcome to the Doomcast. You know, I love knowing secret little historical tidbits. Like, for example, did you know that astronomer Tycho Brahe had a prosthetic nose that was made of gold and employed a Swiss midget to punch the knees of his guests at dinner parties? It's true. Google it. Or did you know that among the courtesans of Louis XIV's queen, Marie Therese, there was an Ethiopian little person? Yeah, that's also true. Or did you know that Sir Geoffrey Hudson, a dwarf, after being insulted one too many times for his stature at the British royal court, challenged another nobleman to a duel, and when that nobleman came bearing a squirt gun, Hudson was so insulted that he shot the other man off his horse, killing him dead instantly. It's also true. Google it. Did you know I know other non-little person historical facts? It's true, I do. I'm not going to tell you what they are, though, but I do love history. So being a comic book nerd, I like knowing the same thing. I like knowing the secret histories that inform the stories that are being told in the present. So here's the first of a two-parter. The best sources for the secret history of the Marvel and DC universes. Paul Cornell's Demon Knights was one of, if not the unsung bright spot of the New 52. It was fantastic. You ever wonder if there was a woman that ever left Themyscira before Diana? Well, here you find out. Also, spoiler alert, Vandal Savage was always a huge freaking dick. It follows Madame Xanadu, the immortal androgynous Shining Knight, a Themysciran woman, a mysterious horsewoman, and Vandal Savage. Jason Blood and Etrigan are the two main male leads in the series, and both of them are in a relationship with Madame Xanadu. Yeah, she's cheating on a dude with the demon that possesses him. That's cold-blooded. Following the characters around Arthurian Camelot, the series was really richly developed but cancelled way too early. It brought the characters that were in it to new heights and set a really cool implication for a secret history of DC before the American West or the Second World War. Look, when you read a comic book about Nikola Tesla being a time-traveling superhero and a founder of S.H.I.E.L.D., you've got my attention. S.H.I.E.L.D. starts with a number of young warriors, including a young En-Sabah-Nur, fighting the Brood in ancient Egypt, and the ancient Song dynasty using human souls to power a Renaissance ultimate nullifier. I love this book. It follows the ancient and secret history of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Hydra, and it even makes Leonardo da Vinci and Isaac Newton some of the earliest S.H.I.E.L.D. directors. Hardcore Marvel fans get a backstory to Nathaniel Richards and Howard Stark, the fathers of Mr. Fantastic and Iron Man, back when they were S.H.I.E.L.D. agents. Yeah, they were S.H.I.E.L.D. agents. But damn it, the best part of this book is that Nikola motherfucking Tesla is a superhero called the Night Machine. The Night Machine! How cool as shit a name is that? He's got vacuum tubes, and he's covered in black leather, and he's basically able to teleport through darkness. Oh, but does he still have the mustache? You bet your damn five-bladed Gillette razor he still has the mustache! And this book is a beast. Ed Brubaker's Captain America run is legendary, but this book chronicles the formation of the World War II version of the Avengers, the Invaders. The original Human Torch, an android, is created by a mad scientist to fight Nazis. A mutant Atlantean, Namor, also decides that he's going to fight Nazis. The history of the Angel and more of this book is fleshed out and basically goes over the early Timely comics, before Marvel became Marvel. It's incredibly fun for Marvel fans, it's a cool backstory, but the casual reader, it might go over their heads. DC Rebirth brought the events of the Watchmen officially into the mainstream DC universe. Not really sure how I feel about this, but Tom King and Josh Williamson, who are two of the best writers in comics today, are writing a Batman Flash crossover that addresses exactly how the hell this happened. Bruce Wayne and Barry Allen, the two main characters from the events of Flashpoint, where the Flash went back in time and DC history was rewritten into the New 52 after the world remembered to not forget the Flash anymore. Basically, Barry Allen and Bruce Wayne are both detectives and they're going to CSI this shit. Somehow, the blood-tainted smiley pin from the comedian ended up buried deep within the Batcave. Yeah, that pin. How? I have no real explanation, and they'd better have a damn good one. Because the original Watchmen is basically an alternate universe Batman solving the murder of an alternate universe Joker when you think about it. And when you think about it like that, that's a real Chris Angel mind freak. DC, I love you, but you a complicated-ass girl. No more complicated than one of my favorite Grant Morrison books ever, The Future History of the DC Universe, DC 1 Million. In a future where the members of the Justice League control whole planets, the 853rd century is a terrifying place. Batman runs a penal colony on Pluto. The Flash lives on Mercury. Martian Manhunter plays the ultimate long game and becomes the f***ing planet Mars! Our man literally controls time. Superman took an 800th century vacation living in the sun. Oh yeah, I forgot. And he's also able to wield the last Green Lantern ring in existence, as if he wasn't powerful enough. What do you mean you haven't read it? It's one of the greatest DC stories ever. It's ridiculous. It's awe-inspiring. Everything comes full circle. It's like the last chapter of Revelation for DC Comics. You haven't read it? Well, you can this weekend if you want. Capes has a sale, actually, on April the 15th, and almost everything's on sale, but it's 25% off of trades. I guarantee you they have a copy of DC 1 Million because Kurt and Kyle love Grant Morrison. Probably way more than I do, but I love him a lot. Anyway, next week we'll see what Secret Histories comic fans want to see, including myself, guys that read Capes, and many others. Thanks, folks. We'll see you next week.